And welcome back to Hometown Heroes. I am your host, Jay Hurley. Our second hometown hero is someone who works on a daily basis to make this town hop. I'm telling you, she works in every kind of event that you can imagine to bring our town and our families together to have fun. And I'm excited to have with me today our second recipient, Miss Joanie Smalley. Hello, Joanie.
Hello.
Are you excited to be here?
Yes,
Hey,
thank
listen,
you.
my first question for you is this. I was told that out of all the commission, currently or in the past, that I was your favorite.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm glad that you got that
record.
memo.
Yes, I wanted to make sure that I got that.
Don't tell anybody.
Listen, you know, I've said it in the commission chambers, but I want to say it again for everybody else. One of the greatest things for me was seeing people like you who, not because you're employed, you get benefits from it, you get some kind of special perk, honestly work your butt off to make our community better. And I see you doing everything from assisting with the partnership when they're putting our Christmas parades and things together, or Mardi Gras, or Bike Fest, or the hometown market on Saturdays, or directing traffic for, you know, I just see you everywhere, and you never look this good because you're usually always out there with radios and golf carts and running and a vest on and hollering. In fact, that's the first time I met you, was hollering at me because I was on the wrong side of the road. I was like, well, wow, this is somebody who's, no, I can't say that. But anyway, you know, but you do, and you make such a difference, and you get nothing out of it. Thank you.
Well,
I mean,
thank you.
That's huge.
Well, I love this community, and that's why I do it. I want my kids to graduate high school and come back here and live close to their mom and dad one day. So it's gotta, how are we gonna get them back?
Are you from Leesburg originally?
I grew up here. I moved here when I was 4.
Okay, so we'll just call it Leesburg.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes.
And so you've been here, and then you got married, had kids, and said, now I want to do something to make it better.
Right, exactly.
I know you do a lot of events, and,
Right.
and I know you help with a lot of our nonprofit organizations. You volunteer all the time. I know that you're doing it because you want to, but down deep, there's something besides, I just want my kids to live here. You really want the community to be a good place for everybody to have fun.
Right, I love this community. I want people to stay here. I want them to put their money in our hometown. I mean, that's what it's all about. I grew up here, I love it.
Yeah.
So,
Now, what's your favorite event?
the fish fry.
It's
It's
the
coming
fish fry.
up Thursday, April 7th.
Now, wait a minute. Is it because it's your favorite, or because it's the next thing up? And if
No,
I
I
had you here
do.
next month, you'll be like, Bike Week's my
Bike Week,
favorite.
woo.
Woohoo.
No, it is my favorite because my kids love it, my husband loves it. It's just it's a great family event.
And the food is phenomenal.
It is really, really good.
Now, is that back in the,
Moat Morris.
okay, we're not doing it at the community center this year.
That's only if it rains, but it's not going to.
It's not going to rain. No,
we already had our rain.
We've already
It's
had
done.
the rain year. It's done. So this
And,
one's
yeah.
going to be there.
Right.
Give me an idea of kind of like the life of Joanie and volunteer. I mean, I say that because I think you do so many events. Do you ever just have a day it's for Joanie, or are you always just somebody calling you and saying, Joanie, I need this?
Well, I try, but I help at my kids' schools, and I'm in Altrusa, Lake County, and I enjoy that. I like to give to other people. I feel like, you know, that's my reward. So.
Well, you do a great job at it.
Thank you.
What's the event that's the hardest?
Bike
Is it Bike Fest? I mean, that one you're going so many different directions.
It's a lot more than everybody show up and there's a bunch of bikes. It's very, very hard work.
Now, I know that's mainly organized by the Leesburg Partnership.
Correct.
But I think the Leesburg Partnership only has a few staff members as far as full-time employees.
Right.
So you're doing all that pretty much with volunteers, aren't you?
Yes, and then, you know, we try to help out a lot of different civic groups throughout the entire event. I mean, we're working on that.
Let's not get to that yet, because I want to brag on that for a minute.
Okay.
Actually, that's great.
Okay.
Where I was going with this is, how many volunteers does it really take to make Bike Fest happen?
Oh gosh, I don't.
Do you have an idea?
I think it's just countless.
I mean, isn't it like
it's,
hundreds? I mean,
yes, because
between
it's
all
not
the different.
it's not just the 3 days of the event. It's leading up to the event. It's, you know, we'll start April 26th when this year's over. It's a whole, you know, planning for the next year. So it's a continuous volunteer people. So it's just countless and countless
So
people.
if somebody wanted to volunteer, could they come down to the partnership, get in touch with whoever's at the desk there, and sign up to do something? I mean,
I'm sure we can find something for somebody to do. Our
it seems like the judging has always got aligned.
Yes, I have quite a number of people that want to volunteer to be a judge for the hot body contest.
Oh my goodness, I can't imagine that.
Yes,
Yeah.
everybody wants to be my friend.
Yeah, I always volunteer just to park bikes. That's mine. So now let's get on to this because of the efforts that the partnership has, and I say that because of the volunteer, there is an amazing amount of money that goes out to several nonprofit organizations, whether you're talking about booster clubs or cheerleaders, little kids football. The one, I can't remember the name, but there's one organization that always is a good recipient, and they raise a lot of money. They give eyeglasses to children who can't afford eyeglasses. And you look at different youth groups and churches, and I mean, the community is heavily impacted in a great economic way by partnerships,
Right.
event, Bike Week.
Right. I mean, right now specifically, I've been working on the parking lots, and almost every one of our parking lots, they're all civic groups that run those, and they're not run by us. They're run, there are a few that we help them, but for the most part, they do their entire parking lot, and that's how they make their money for the year.
Yeah.
My specific church has one, and that's their youth fundraiser, is parking motorcycles or cars.
Our church has one, but your church might be better at it because it's weird. Our church youth group has a parking lot, but there's never any youth out there. Somehow I'm always out there going, really, am I the youngest guy here?
Well, my kids are learning very quickly. They're thrown right out there. They're
out here
like,
and do
wait
it.
a minute, what happened here?
But like I see the beer booths, for example. I see the Rotary clubs and Kiwanis and the Girls and Boys Club and
Leesburg
a lot
Lightning.
of these Leesburg Lightning. So these are not just companies that come in. This is our own community being involved
Right.
and receiving a lot of benefits that really help out,
Right.
get them through their year, meet their budgets,
Right.
do a lot of things for them. So that's what I wanted to brag about. I'm excited about our volunteers. But also what that does, and I'll just throw this in there, when you start talking about all the things that we do, whether you're talking about the Christmas parade and the Christmas stroll and downtown Christmas, and you're talking about movie night and food truck nights and all those things, they're all free, and that's
Right.
not a Leesburg event. That we don't, the city
Right.
staff doesn't do that. That's the volunteers, and that's you
Right.
making those things happen. And it's always amazing. A lot of people think that the city puts those events on.
No.
That's money that's raised, and that's things that are done to make this a great community by
Right.
you and others who are volunteering.
Right. Well,
I mean, I can't say it enough how proud I am to have somebody like you, my friend, and somebody working so hard.
Yes, those events are so much fun, but they cost money, but they're free to everybody to come. It's not costing them a dime other than if you're going to buy food at the food trucks, but it doesn't cost, there's no entry fee. Even Bike Fest, there's no entry fee into Bike Fest. So all these civic groups and all of their booths, that's how, our community is raising money.
So if you had to look out into the camera and talk to our community that's watching you right now, what would you tell them?
Come out and enjoy our community. That's what it's all about. That's why we do what we do.
It's a great place to be, isn't it?
Right, yes.
With your favorite.
Yeah, Fish
Yeah.
Fry, April 7th.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, as a way of saying thank you, Viaport actually has some certificates and some gifts here. They wanted to say thank you, couldn't be here today. So on behalf of Viaport, that's
thank
a little
you.
thing just to say thank you for what you do. And of course, I'll always be around to give you a hug and a pat on the back and
Right.
say keep it up. You're not going to get tired and quit on us anytime soon, are you?
No, not for a long, long time. We're not going anywhere.
All right, if you say so. Joanie, thank you for being with me today.
Thank
you
you.
for letting the community actually see and meet who's behind the scenes for so much that we do.
Well, thank
I
you.
mean that. We hope that you've enjoyed today's episode and getting to meet our recipients of the first and second time ever. And we're looking forward to many, many more. This is something that we do twice a month. If you know somebody that's out there that's really making a difference in our community, that's working selflessly just because they want this to be a great place for families to live and enjoy. If you'd like to nominate somebody that you know really makes a difference in this community and works selflessly to volunteer to make this a better place, please direct them to lakefront@leesburgflorida.gov, and we'll be happy to reach out to them and see what they're doing and tell them how much we appreciate their efforts. For today's episode, until the next time we come back, Joanie, I want to say thank you for being with us. Go out there and do something great to make this a great place for everybody.